What's up, everybody? How's it going? What's up, Hero? What's up, Mercy? Morning, morning, morning. Another day, guys. Another day. Back to the grind, baby. Back to the grind. Oh, no problem, Bar Arc.
Ahoy there.
Alright, guys. So yeah, we're going to be doing some more harvest farms today. Could be pretty good. What's up, Corlap? Hey, just rerolled changes. Hey, just rerolled any changes to the PUB I should be aware of. Now, the PUB is pretty much the same. It's been for a few days now. Especially for leveling and map progression. Soul Eater buff teleported me into a pack and I got blown up. That's funny. Soul Eater can be dangerous. Been on the edge. Oh, I need to swap servers off of Texas once I'm done with this map. How we doing? I'm doing good. How are you, Adok? Welcome, welcome back. Doing harvest shenanigans. Brother. Warlord orbs are pretty cheap at the moment. Love the build. Started yesterday. Now I'm leveling. Nice. Oh, now you're level 94. Oh, really nice. Ideally, if you're going to do Veiled Orb, if I'm crafting the staff, if you got all T1 prefixes, then for the Veiled, you'd probably want a chance to deal double damage. On mine, I actually used Veiled for one of the prefixes for a chance to impale and increase Fizz. But Flat Fizz would be much better, right, because you get like another 40%. So for Veiled Suffix, you want something like chance to deal double damage. Found a massive Bloom Shrine Belt last time, thinking of the banners, Stacker, Foulborn, Old, and Total Cyclone, converting to Chaos damage with a large cluster duel. Should have insane movement speed without blast. There you go. Sounds fun. Can't wait to get rammed on the Fizzcraft. Oh yeah. It's possible. I was, thank you, Beast. What I was trying to say was, we get our explosions from Devastator. Enemies killed with attack hits have 50% chance to explode. And I prefer to have these mods on the chest, which is, you know, apply additional curse, attacks have % to crit strike chance, and psych attacks have mana total cost reduction. What's up? Thank you, Mozu, for the follow. How's the speed variant going? Pretty good. A lot of fun. A little bit different than my POB. I decided to actually play around with Headhunter before I do Mage Blood. So we're gonna go Mage Blood eventually. But I think Headhunter is just a lot of fun when you're when it's a mapping league. Headhunter is just like a lot of fun, you know. I thought I'd try this out. Oh wait, I need to do the harvest in there. Silly me. Looking on portals all day long. There we go. Alright. I think so. Like, typically Headhunter is better. You're going to have more speed overall, I think, with a Mage Blood, but when you get all your buffs going with Headhunter, it's pretty cracked. So I think from a mapping perspective, Headhunter is probably better, which is also why I'm testing it. The boots crafting guide will be tonight, so I'm going to stream for a couple hours, and then I'm going to film a guide on how to craft the boots, and that'll be up on YouTube probably in the next 8 hours or so. I'm going to post it right before I go to bed tonight. Probably take me hour-ish to film it, edit it, and post it on YouTube. And I'm gonna just make them on standard, where I have like lots of resources. Because your RNG with boots can be a little... The RNG with the boots can be a little wonky. And I don't want to blow all my money. I guess I could craft another pair here in regular league, and then just like sell them for a ton of money. Because you can flip them typically pretty well. We are doing elusive on boots, so one of the things I have to fix is my boots, which I'm doing after this map. To fix my boots, it costs 4 divines to try to put elusive back on them, and then it's going to cost at least 8 to 10 divines for another veiled orb. So it's pretty expensive when you get to the craft on your boots where you do the you put elusive on them and then you do a veiled to try to get the movement speed and chill. It can get pretty expensive. If you hit the wrong thing and you got to reset the boots. It's like at least 12 to 15 divine for the reset. So yeah, I'm gonna do that after this, but I didn't hit it yesterday when I made the boots, so and I spent all my money on Headhunter, so I liquidated everything from farming today, and I have enough to try another go on the boots. So we'll see how lucky I get in about 5 minutes here. It is definitely the most expensive part of the craft, I think. Just because veiled orbs have gone up in price. We're at that point now where they're just going to continue to go up and up in price. Suffix cannot be changed. Reforge caster. You do Reforge crit. You do suffixes can't be changed. Reforge crit. That gives you the elusive. However, you then veil Exalt Orb, the item for the prefix, and you're hoping it doesn't eat the elusive, and instead eats the suffixes can't be changed. At which point, you then can get the movement speed and chill. Yeah, that's the expensive part of the craft, for sure. Will there be a budget pair as well? No, there isn't like a budget pair for these boots. It's designed to be like an in-game pair. So you would craft them when you have the money, basically. It can be as cheap as like 15 divines. Well, no, it's going to be as cheap as like maybe 20 divines. It can be as expensive like 40. It depends on your RNG. They're not cheap to make. But if you want movement speed, like, it's the way to go. Alright, so speaking of boots. Speaking of boots. So if you look at my boots here, you're going to notice... You're going to notice that I have 3 prefixes. I have the movement speed and chance to avoid being chilled. That's the veiled. I have just some random shit, the evasion max life. And then I have the crafted life. So what we do here is we do suffixes can't be changed. And we're going to reforge crit. And this will give us elusive. And then at that point, we're going to do suffixes can't be changed again, and we're going to veil orb. And we're hoping that we hit the crafted mod and not the elusive. These are double elevated. These are double elevated boots right here. So if I actually look these up, if I get an elusive on here, these will be pretty expensive. So we have our double elevation there. And then if you factor in the movement speed, these don't even exist on trade right now. Yeah, there's one for 45 divine. I haven't even accounted for putting crit on these yet, or the elusive mod. So this, with all of this and elusive, yeah, these boots would be insane. But they're expensive to craft. So the way this works is we're going to do suffixes can't be changed. Okay. And then we're going to reforge crit. We're also hoping that it doesn't brick the item by filling all the prefixes, which could happen. It's very rare, but it could happen. Reforge crit. Okay, so you can see what we have here is we have our 2 elevated... you have 2 elevated suffixes for the tailwind and the onslaught, and then we have that chance to gain elusive on critical strike. So these boots as they stand right now... Okay, now if I can get the movement speed on them, they're cracked. So to do that, what we have to do is another suffixes can't be changed. Okay, so we do suffixes can't be changed. And this is the expensive part. We're now going to hit this with a veil orb. And we're praying that we don't actually hit the elusive. We're praying that the veiled hits the suffixes can't be changed. We got to buy a veil, which is going to be very expensive. Oh, these went down in price. Oh. Oh. They went down in price. Okay. One for 1,459. I don't know if this is actually cheaper. Let me pull out my calculator. Let's see. I want Chaos for Divines. They're going for like 192. Veiled Exalted Orb for Chaos. Let's see. That's like 8 Divine is what you're saying? If I just divide it by 190, it's about 7.5. So it's cheaper if I just do... Can I use Matron to save monies? Oh, you know what? I think you're not wrong, Tormy. I could do that. You're not wrong. Thank you. I could be doing Matron... Because the only meta mod I can get on the boots is suffixes, because all the suffixes are full. I'll have to remember that. You just saved me money. Alright guys, so this is the expensive part right here. What we're hoping for is that when I veil this item, it takes away that crafted mod. And it doesn't take away our elusive. Trying to figure out which sort of base I should buy to get started on mine, ready to transition I think. For the boots, I should have, in retrospect, I probably should have ran with a 2-stone for the implicit that has resistances. The Wyvern scale has a higher base armor evasion, and I don't really need resistances on the build right now. So 2 stone is probably what I'll do in the crafting video. But I did these on Wyvern simply because I don't need help with resistances right now, thanks to Purity. But yeah, let's see. Alright guys, it's a 50-50. It's a 50-50. Did we get lucky? 2-tone, not stone. Oh yeah, sorry. 2-tone. Alright, did we get lucky? We bricked the item. So this is where you'd have to go again. And how much money do I have? It's worth going again, I think. So then you would unveil these. And at this point, what you're hoping for is the movement speed mod, right? This is what you want right here. And you'd finish off the boots by crafting on life. But we don't have that, so we go again. And remember, we could brick the item here by hitting all prefixes. We did not, so we have our 2 elevated suffixes, and we have our elusive again. So at this point, we're going to grab those matrons. We'll put on the meta mod. Yeah, that's cheaper. Okay, we're going to go to bestiary, to our menagerie. We're going to put suffixes can't be changed back on this. Hopefully I don't die here, we'll see. Look at the damage even without my boots and auras and everything. Alright. We got our suffixes can't be changed. We go back to hideout. We now grab another shit ton of chaos.
I'll put the word out. All in order. I'll let you know. All in order.
Oh, it can be very stressful. 100%. Yeah. Because it's basically a gamble, you know? You're basically gambling. Okay. We buy another extremely expensive Veiled Orb. Okay. And we go again. Alright guys, so this is actually my 3rd attempt now on these boots. And what we're hoping for, once again, is we hit the crafted and not the actual elusive mod. There you have it, guys. This is where you're sinking money into the boots. Because that elusive mod is 30% movement speed. I'm going to do it one more time, I think. We got enough money to do it one more time. So we'll unveil these. Get that movement speed. The chill actually doesn't matter so much because, like, we have purity of elements, but that also would be, like, pretty cracked for someone not running purity. You think I'm going to hit it? Made a new weapon, went from like 595 to 980. Pretty happy for that with very little cost. Hey, congrats, Hoy. I have enough to do one more shot, guys. One more shot. Let's see if we hit it on the boots. But this is like, this craft is very expensive because when I do the video, you'll see later, there is no Hinakoras that we can really use with Beastcraft in this craft. And also, this is basically gambling at the end on a 50-50. And you can still brick these shoes, right? We could brick these boots if I do Reforged Crit and actually fill out all the prefixes. We could brick them. So always keep that in mind, that you're in kind of YOLO territory right now. These boots are very difficult to craft. Very powerful if you do. Oh, I got a Reforged Crit. What am I thinking? And then we got a Reforged Crit, and then we do another Crystal Matron. %100% gamblers quit before they make big. Alright guys, let's hope we don't brick the shoes. Okay, we did not brick them. So now we're going to go ahead and go to Menagerie. We'll Metamodem. Okay. And we have enough for one more veiled. One more veiled. Moment of truth, guys. Moment of truth. Alright. I think it's 50-50, right? Because it either eats the... It's 50-50. It's either going to convert the suffixes, or it's going to convert the elusive. So it's a straight 50-50. Alright. This is my 4th time, guys. I've sunk essentially over 30 divine into just fixing. So I've spent 30 divine on just trying to get the prefixes on these boots, at least. That doesn't include the money that went into crafting the suffixes. Hey there, I'm still rather new. I used this build last season and use it every time to start now. My question is, what's a chill farm strat? Probably ritual. Heist is good. But Ritual is good. I'm doing Harvest. Domination Scarabs was pretty good. Farming Atlas bosses. Alright, here we go. Boxes are also a really good strategy. We did it, guys. Oh, we did it on the last of the currency. Alright, so now what we're really hoping for is movement speed. So I want to do Breach Tormy, but my client right now, my computer, can't handle streaming and running Breach. I actually bought a second PC that's sitting behind me, and I have the capture card. I'm waiting on the rest of the cables to come, and I'm actually going to set up a dual streaming setup tomorrow evening, going into the weekend. And my plan is to farm Breach over the weekend, but yeah. Where can you find the Google Doc? I can post it in a second. Alright guys, we're hoping for movement speed. Oh my god, look at... Oh my god. What the hell is that, dude? That is disgusting. That's actually disgusting. Dude. That's crazy. Those boots are actually disgusting. Look at the mods on that. Double elevated suffixes. Elusive on crit. And just a shit ton of movement speed. Wow, thanks Hero for the 5. Thank you for all the support, man. We've hit our sub goal. Those are disgusting, guys. I don't think anything like this is even on trade right now. They don't even exist on trade. They exist for maybe 70 divine, but if you factor in the secondary prefix for increased movement speed if you haven't been hit recently, these boots don't even exist. 150 divine boots? Yeah, these boots are cracked, dude. These are insane. They're actually insane. They're ridiculous. I have a business to run here? Yeah. Well, okay, now what you do to finish the craft, you just craft life, right? That's how we finish the craft. We're just gonna put life on here. It's crazy, guys. I don't think you can make better boots than that. Ballot? Yeah, we could ballot, but I'm not balloting these boots, dude. Triple elevated after Mage Blood. Yeah, there's no way I'm valuing these guys. At least not right now. Maybe YOLO at the end of the league or something. Yeah, those boots are cracked. You can't even find these on trade. They don't. These shoes don't even exist on trade right now. They don't even exist on trade. Bananas. Always lucky. Bro, I spent like 40 divines crafting these boots. Val for T1 life? Nah. Not right now. Let's not get crazy. Let's not get crazy. Alright, so now we have 30% additional movement speed from the elusive. Oh, I spent 40 to get 150 divine boots. Yeah, 110 divine profit. I could flip them. Make no mistake. I could flip these. Hype train. Let's go. Alright, so we'll go do another map now. We'll see what everything feels like with the boots. So fast. Yeah, it's pretty good. Not gonna lie. I'm running Fortify on my Cyclone. I tried selling it for like a lot of money yesterday. It didn't sell. They're down to like 15 divine right now on regular Cyclone, so I just said screw it. I'll use the one that I made yesterday. One day you'll find Seron Tower. I'm using a Harvest Astrolabe. Yes, I am. What's up, Benny? How's it going? Welcome, welcome. We just finished off my boots. They are insane. They're actually cracked. What's this guy doing? What are we doing, my dude? This boss is so buggy. I do need to scry something on a Mesa if I'm going to continue to do this. Why is this guy not triggering his intermission? There we go. I don't know what's going on. I got way too speedy for you. Yeah, so Niche has a really good recommendation of running Lava, what is it, Lava Chamber for the Divine card, and that drops pretty frequently, unlike the other ones that never drop. More likely to phase? Gotcha. Yeah, I'll take him into the open then. When do I switch to the cluster jewel setup? Pretty much when you have the money. The first thing you want to craft, in my opinion, is the chest. The next thing you really want to work on is making a better weapon, and you can use my crafting video that I made for how to make an early in-game weapon for that. Once you have your chest and your weapon, probably the next thing you want to work on is, is this double boss? Oh my gosh. Is, your boots. Well, no, I would say work on your chest, work on your weapon. If you're going to craft the next thing, I'd go for your boots. If you're going to spend money on the next thing, I'd probably go for Lethal Pride and a Light of Meaning. And or your Cluster Jewel. You dropped an Apo card today? Hey, congrats. Did you gamble it, though? That is the question. Did we gamble the card? Yeah, Light of Meaning and Lethal Pride are pretty good damage increases on the build. And they're going to be far cheaper than crafting the boots. Need the Mage Blood? Yeah. Yeah, I went Headhunter instead. I think I'm actually going to have more fun with Headhunter this league mapping than I will with Mage Blood. I think I'm going to be riding the Headhunter out for a while. I was kind of tempted to make another hardcore SSF character. I kind of would. I wouldn't mind having like a hardcore SSF character to play around with on the side. It could just be you having issues with your ISP or the servers if you're rubber banding with a movement skill. Yeah, chest and your weapon, and then probably the jewels. I would probably hold off on crafting the boots until you have, you know, a decent amount of currency saved up. Yeah, I haven't really had a rubber banding issue myself, so I'm not sure. Yeah, to apply a second curse when you go Mage Blood, I believe I'm using a curse on hit ring in my POB. I'd have to double check. Let's see. Yeah, I go with a curse on hit ring in my POB for it once I go Mage Blood. Sorry, brother, in game, but was hoping you could help me finish these boots. I just reforge crit and hope I get a decent suffix. So on these boots, you're going to reforge crit and hope that you don't fill the prefixes. And then when you do that, you'll get guaranteed elusive. And then as long as you don't fill the prefixes, you're going to want to... You need to fill your suffixes, so I would recommend... doing reforge crit, get the elusive, and then I would do prefixes can't be changed. And I would Foulborn Exalt. Oh, is Reforged Chaos... Well, Reforged Chaos... Yeah. Yeah, what you want to do is keep the suffixes can't be changed. I would Reforged Crit, get the elusive prefix, and then you'll still have an open suffix. Unless that fills this... No, because it won't fill because suffixes can't be changed. So then what I would do is I would do prefixes can't be changed, and I would slam your boots with a Foulborn Exalt. You're going to get some random suffix. After you do that, I'd swap it back to suffixes can't be changed, and then you're going to Veil Exalt it, and hope that you get the... You don't hit the meta, if that makes sense. It does fill in Craft Exile, that's why I stopped here. Oh, so when you do Reforged Crit, it fills up your suffixes? Does it... I mean, Reforged Crit, it doesn't matter if it fills up... Well, Reforged Crit shouldn't fill your... Well, it can sometimes fill your prefixes, yes. The Reforged Crit is a gamble, no matter whether or not you have your suffixes or not. The Reforged Crit is a gamble. It's not 100% that you're not going to brick the item. That's why the boots are so expensive to craft, because if you fill the prefixes, then you're... If you're not happy with it, you got to start over. Yeah, there is no deterministic way to get the elusive mod on there. There is no deterministic way. It's a gamble. You're not likely to fill the prefixes, but you can fill the prefixes. So yeah, I was talking about that when I was actually finishing my boots not too long ago. No, you can't Foulborn Exalt those boots right now. What the hell game? What's going on here? Can I open up chat? No, it won't let me. Okay. Yeah, oh, I know what's happening. Hold on. Oh, okay, I gotta do it this way. Yeah. You can't Foulborn Exalt these boots right now because you're gonna fill up your prefixes. You have to change your meta mod to prefixes can't be changed. Then Foulborn Exalt. It's going to add a suffix to your boots. Then you're going to change the craft back to suffixes can't be changed, and you're going to Reforge Crit. You're going to hope you don't fill the prefixes. Once you do that, you're going to redo suffixes can't be changed, and you're going to apply the Veiled Exalt Orb, and hope that it doesn't hit your elusive mod. That's how you finish the boots. Just, yeah, you got to make sure your suffixes are full before you go forward. I mean, that's what I would do at least, but... He has 2 prefixes? I guess what he could do is... So I guess what you could do is you could just keep suffixes can't be changed, and you could Reforge Crit. It's going to... You could Reforge Crit. It's not going to change your suffixes, you would get the elusive mod. You would then veil it, hope it doesn't hit, the suffixes can't be changed when you reapply that, and then if it doesn't, you could craft on life, you have your elusive. At the end, you're still, either way, you're going to Foulborn Exalt these, right? To finish off the suffixes. So whether he does that now or he does it at the end, either way he's doing it. So it might save you a divine if you wait till the very end to do it, and you just finish the boots like you normally would. But either way, at some point, you're going to be using a Foulborn Exalt to finish out the suffixes. How active is the Discord? I think it's fairly active. It's more active, obviously, during like league start, but it's been pretty active this week. Always shitty when you get the two bosses next to each other. 900 PDPS axe with T1 attack speed. Got kind of lucky on the reforged speed. How you hit T1? You know you can remove the quest tracking under your mini-map. Options UI, enable quest tracking. Oh, dude. Thank you, bro. Oh, I got a dead suffix. Can't slam a count card. Oh, I see. That's unfortunate. Oh, I would definitely do add remove, yeah. That is, that's why I didn't go reforge. On mine. The rewards at the end of an astrolabe were random, Benny. Pretty much. You got your stampedes up to 165% speed. Nice. Three? Is this three of them? Oh my god. I mean, somebody told me they got like 183% or something crazy, so I'm assuming pretty high. I'm assuming pretty high. That's my character name. It's Navi Mirage. Yeah, it's crazy, dude. Congrats. It's pretty good. The link of the playlist? Yeah, sure. I should add a playlist command. I'm still running Mesa. Mesa, Mesa, Mesa. Yeah, no problem. Oh. Oh. It's the, all the modifiers I have on the map right now. From altars. Rippy. Swap to Jungle Valley? Yeah. I might do Jungle Valley on my next set. I was kind of floating around with the idea of making another hardcore SSF character, though. I think it could be fun. I have two characters I bounce between, one on hardcore, one on softcore. Exporto defense, yeah. What's my modifiers right now? I have a shit ton of like if you look at my modifiers, I have no lightning or cold resistance anymore. I have a shit ton of physical damage reduction because I'm trying to juice the harvest. Good thing I'm up playing at melee range, yeah. Thanks singing for the follow. I'll take a look at your boots in a sec. Yeah, fire resistance isn't bad, and you have the elusive on critical strike. 1 out of 10 craft would never do it again. It's a pretty tough craft because there's not a lot of deterministic ways to lock stuff in, and so there's a lot of RNG, and at several stages you can brick it. So it's not great, but the end result, if you can accomplish it, is very nice. You know. Did I literally die before I could portal out? Oh my god, dude. Hilarious. Alright. I feel like I'm gonna try Jungle Valley on this one. Yeah, I'm wondering how much of that is my server and how much is that is my client. I mean, yeah. I have, I will be doing a different setup over the next day or two. I think my computer's, I think my current gaming rig is having issues. Good luck, got to go. Thank you for the advice on stream. Yeah, no problem. Thanks for stopping by. Brother. Oh, I'm so dead here. There's no way. Jeez, dude. Yeah. Can't even move my characters, like... Alright, I'm gonna try something here. I think maybe the latency might be partially due to the server I'm on. I'll just run a new map. That's not sustainable. Give me 1 second. My hideout is still set to, I think, Texas. Yeah. Oh, are they getting DDoSed? Maybe that's why this is so crappy. So I'm like, man, why is it so crappy right now? Did they post something about it? I mean, I'm having noticeable issues with, they posted they're getting DDoSed. Okay, that makes sense. Now I'm having noticeable issues with the latency. Kind of bananas. You're on Texas and no issues? Well, I think part of it was... I think part of it is, like, my client, too, is having obvious problems. I think it's my graphics card. Can't be sure, but... Although, like, you can see right now, after I have, like, no defense if I take these altars. I have, by enemies gain... Yeah, I'm just getting slapped right now. What's the mods in here? DDoS for something. Well, I think also logging out and logging in for whatever reason seemed to help my game out a bit. So, yeah. Brother. Which one is GPU? Yeah, I wonder where my shader cache is. You think maybe I need to regenerate, like I need to recache the files for the game or just reinstall the game on my client? Maybe my shaders are having issues for whatever reason or something happened. I'm going to try to finish this map. I'm going to do the Mirage, and then I might just reinstall the game real quick on stream. Grab a snack while it's doing it. It should be pretty quick. The only problem with reinstalling, right, is if I reinstall the entire game, aren't my shaders going to be all... Like, every time I enter a zone, it's going to have to recache everything. Did I try allocating more space for my shaders? I don't even know how to do that. How do you allocate more space for your shaders? I don't have an NVIDIA card. I'm using AMD. I can look at the AMD app. But I don't, this system has a, an AMD card. Brother, that Soul Eater mod that just teleports you around is crazy. My shaders look normal for PoE. Not sure on AMD. Yeah. I don't think I actually got, I don't think it actually clipped the harvest here, so it is what it is. Oh, what? Where it eats your corpses? Need a Google help? Yeah, I can try. Let's see. Let's do a little bit of Googling. You had a sale, Exile. You had a sale. Ooh, nice. Made some monies. No, it's not, Chris. It is a... let me pull up my system here. Sorry, it's a 9070 AMD RX. The new computer that I bought has a... Let's ask Google.
So we can work.
It's an old post. Old post. I need something that's newer. Okay, so apparently played your Cyclone for like 3 leagues in a row. This is the first time I haven't, and I already miss it. Hope you're having fun. Hey, Amethyst. Sorry you miss it. I am having fun. Would you keep 50 dex as suffix on Chestcraft with 1.9 crit? I mean, it's not a bad suffix. We do need dex on the build. Running the game fine on 9060. Runs very smooth all the time. Is heavy blight, but that isn't my card, but just the amount of crap on screen. Yeah. So there is a registry tweak I can make. So apparently for AMD, they no longer have it through the Adrenaline software. It is a registry tweak that needs to be done. But I don't know if this requires a system restart or not. Usually it does. Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm quite familiar with editing the registry. I almost feel like I should just reinstall the game first. I feel like maybe there's something corrupted and it's just acting. I never have these kind of issues when I'm gaming. So I almost feel like I should just like reinstall it first. I feel like it might be something with the game itself. I am gonna go ahead and do one thing though before I do that, and that is make sure my add-ons folder is backed up. Oh, my add-ons, I should say, my filters. Have I done a file verify? Not yet. I could do that first. It's going through. Might as well just reinstall it, take about the same time. Yeah, I kind of feel like I should. I'm just trying to remember where the heck my, I'm gonna go with Filter Blade. Documents, that's where it goes. Documents. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna try reinstalling it. I'm gonna send it. Okay, let's reinstall it. I'll be right back, guys. I didn't realize my stream is going to affect the download, so this is going to take a minute. I did just heat up a piece of lasagna, homemade vegetable lasagna. Not too shabby. Is it causing any issues with the audio and visual? Is that what you're getting at, Chris? It's warbling? Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately the game is going to take a little bit of time to download. It's going to take like 25 minutes with the stream going, which is kind of unfortunate. So there is another option here. The other option is I could set up my other computer, which I'm almost certain won't have these issues. And then I could redo the stream in like maybe 40 minutes or so. And that might work out better. It's going to be kind of crappy though, because I'm going to have to download a bunch of stuff. It's probably going to take longer than an hour to set up the new computer. I've died 115 times on my character. Dang, Tormy. Yeah, so I think what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to shut down the stream for a few minutes. I'll re-download the game, because it's going to take like a half hour at this rate with the stream going. I'll re-download, and then once it's done downloading, I will start the stream back up. And yeah, it should only take a couple minutes. We'll see if reinstall and everything works. Thanks, Zanglor, for the sub. Yeah, so I'll be back in about 5 minutes, guys. I'm just going to stop the stream real quick, finish the download, bring everything back up. I'll see you guys in just a few. Yo, I just want to check in and tell you I'm having a blast with your guide, bro. I don't get to play much, so I'm just barely in yellow